Hey folks, Sean C. Davis here, and I did something a little bit silly. I actually, about a week ago, recorded a demo video of this skill that I had built called copy. And I was like, this thing is awesome. You can copy the markdown output from a Claude Code response. And it turns out it wasn't working at all. And instead, what I was using was a built-in command from Claude that I didn't know existed. I did not know it existed. So what ended up happening was I was building another skill that had a slash command with it, and realized that thing didn't work. And only in debugging that did I realize, oh, this wasn't my copy tool, so something is wrong. Well, I fixed it, and in the process I learned a bit, but now I want to show you this thing. So it's not called copy anymore. Now it's called clip, because copy apparently is a built-in Claude thing, and it is very cool. Now I have this repository. It was called Claude Skills. I've renamed it to Agent Skills. It's still primarily built for Claude, but I wanted to make it more generic, and I'm going to really start to overhaul this thing and share updates as I do. But over here, locally, I have a Claude session open, brand new one, and it's open within that repository locally on my machine. And I'm just going to say something like, print me a list of all the open issues on this project. And it should know to go to GitHub and get that content. And meanwhile, while it's doing that, yeah, there it goes. Great. Okay. So I'm going to come over here and just show you that I've added a number of issues I'm going to aim to knock out over the coming weeks, but there's the skills directory, and this is where all the skills are today. A lot of this I'm going to overhaul because either these things exist somewhere else, and or they fit a different workflow, or they're old, or whatever that may be. There's a lot that I'm going to change. You can see some of this goes back 5 months. It's like so much has changed in the world in 5 months. And so much more to come here. But today I want to talk to you about this clip skill, which is really just a single markdown file. So if you want to bring this into your repository, I mean, you can install my entire suite of skills if you want, or you can just copy this one over. There's not a ton going on here. Now, first off, I want to show you the copy command that I didn't know existed because it's actually really cool. So when you're in this interactive Claude Code CLI session, you get this output, and sometimes you just want to copy it, and you want to copy a portion of it. And so you're like, okay, cool. It looks like that it did that automatically. That must also be yet another new thing. But if you copy this, right? If we copy that, and if I take it to a code editor and I paste, you see it's just plain text. And so that styling that we have in the output here, where we've bolded by track, that doesn't come over. There's no markdown that comes over with it. But if you run the copy command, it automatically copies the whole response in markdown to your clipboard. Now you paste, and there we go. Now we've got the actual markdown content. And it's easy enough to paste and then remove some stuff. But in some cases, you don't want to mess with that. So this is where clip comes into play. And clip is mostly for focusing on some subsection of what was output. Because yeah, you could say, hey, just put out the table again, and then I'll copy that. That always seems like there's some extra comment or something like that. So if I can say just the issue table. Now it took 15 seconds for that to come together, but now when we paste, we have the table in Markdown. And so this clip command is built to basically be able to rearrange and focus on some particular aspect, some subset of the previous response, and then copy that to your clipboard. You have to wait a few seconds, but it's been super interesting, super helpful. It was actually, more than anything, it was kind of a really great sort of backwards way to discover the copy command, because I have used that quite a bit recently as well. But there's a lot of times when Claude is just not matching the brevity of a response that I'm like, I just need one paragraph. I don't need a novel. I'm not going to read that novel. It's really nice to be able to ask for context, have it automatically copied to the clipboard. But that's all for now. I hope you all will check out my skills repository. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. It is a mess right now. It will get cleaned up, but I would love to hear what kind of skills you've created, what kind of videos you want to see from me creating other skills. Subscribe because I will keep putting these out. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.